Hey guys, sup, Ryu here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to a new coffee time. Don't mind that image. DevPro has yet to update it. We are talking about pendulums, the impact they're going to have. And when I say we, I actually brought someone with me. Oh my god. Who is it? Who is it? You know him. If you ever played the game, Simon Says. Hashtag Simon Says in the comments.
Hi, everybody.
He's a doctor, and when he says to do something, you do it because it works. And honestly, he's got a like great opinions on in philosophies. Yes, I use that. That's a big word. I use philosophies on pendulums. I honestly don't feel they're gonna do enough, but I'm gonna let Simon just have his moment for like 3 minutes. I'm gonna just keep interjecting. It's funny. No, seriously, have your moment. Have your moment.
Thank you, Ryu.
Real quick though, if they don't like you, you're fired. Completely. You lose out on a job. Completely. We're done.
I'm doing this for free.
Shut up! Joking.
I know. Anyway, let's get down to business, people.
Let's all sit on our comfy business chairs. On our business table.
If you're gonna keep interjecting me,
I'm done, sir.
So, as we work, I see a great wealth of potential in these pendulum archetypes and monsters. First of all, we're going to talk about the Endermates and the Magician cards, which are going to be personal favorites of the main protagonist of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V.
Let's stay away from the anime. Just saying. Don't kill me, because we go off track every time we do.
I'm sorry, Ryu. The anime has a big role in the rule changes.
I think it's the other way around. Konami says, "Hey, we got this great idea. We'll just put We'll put spell cards." I was just gonna say Magic because I played the original like cards of Yu-Gi-Oh that said Magic on them. But we're gonna put spell cards and monsters together. We're just gonna cut each one in half and stick them together. I'm not gonna say they're running out of ideas. I'm not. I'm not going to. There's a thousand more things that can implement to this game before the game dies.
Well, I would have said that they adopted such ideas from their earlier spell monster cards, such as Magician,
Duel Masters,
Toy Magician, and as Ryu mentioned, Duel Masters.
Or Kaijudo as it's known now. I'm just saying because I've seen it there.
Kaijudo, and even Magic the Gathering when they had flip-sided cards. For those of you who also played Magic the Gathering, you will perfectly understand what I'm talking about.
Doesn't Pokemon have something similar? I don't think they do.
No,
they haven't gotten to that yet.
Those cards can't be used in the same
way.
Okay.
Let's stay on topic here.
Yes.
So, I feel if we go back and forth, like I asked you a few questions, maybe that'll work out better for the video, so we don't kill each other. So we're buddies, and it would just happen. So let's break down the pendulums for people who don't know. They're half monster, half spell cards. If you put them in the pendulum zone, they get the pendulum effect. If you put them in the monster zone, they get the monster effect. And I have to disagree with something you said earlier, which is their monster effect is useful. It's not going to stay on the board long enough with that 1,200 stats. It's not enough to stay on the board long enough. But I want to hear your argument why you don't think that people end up dead drawing them. Or we're talking outside of pendulums, and then we'll talk about the archetype-based ones.
Firstly, if you remember, Ryu, that was at an earlier take, which you will be uploading onto Facebook.
No, I won't.
Secondly,
continue.
I believe that as the game progresses on, certain pendulum cards will see more play on the monster card zone than in the spell and field card zone. For example, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon boasts a certain amount of force in the beginning play. If you're able to bring out this bad boy on the first turn, his effect allows him to deal an additional double damage.
I just want to stop you right there real quick. You said on the first turn, right? Are we talking like
first attack phase?
Okay. No, because someone's gonna go, well, I could just 1-1 that, and it's like, that's not the point. We're trying to make a discussion here with this. The one thing I really want to say is I want to break down some of what you were saying so people get it. Because, no offense, you're new to the council and everyone's
welcome it.
Little jiffy. One of the things you said about the monster effects, if you can move the mouse over to these guys here, I'm actually going to point it for Simon. The ones that no one can pronunciate that look like Beyblades sometimes, some of them.
The Clifford.
Yeah, there you go. I think what you were saying with the monster effects, these are the guys to do it. When we're talking, this is a step in the right direction for that, but I don't feel it's fully there yet. Because the only build I've seen for this so far is Monarchs. I know Asian Eyes just recently, at the time of filming, I have to mention him, posted up the video. I haven't had the time to watch it, so I may be incorrect on their usage outside of Monarchs. And I've seen a few pure builds, but the one thing I want to touch upon is they have their own searcher. The thing that sucks about these guys is they have that grade 9 scale that I've been looking for and break so many decks, but then Konami goes archetype only. The one thing I want to mention to you is I know a few of them carry if this monster's original attack and level is higher than your opponent's monster, they like nullify, they're unaffected by stuff. If Konami does more like that, right, then I think what you're saying would be going in the right direction.
Theoretically, yes, but that's entirely upon Konami to do as they see fit.
But we're starting to see that is what I'm trying to say. We see it with the tools. It's like looking at me like, you're nuts. Yeah.
I'm not looking at you like you're nuts. I'm thinking if you wanted to speak out on their behalf, you should have done so at a later point in time after I finished talking about all the other benefits of Pendulums.
But, okay, the thing is, at this point, we know the benefits of Pendulums, but from a standpoint, right? You had to sell it, not sell that way. Konami says, "All right, we're gonna put you on staff. We want you to sell our garbage." I mean, great new thing. I'm just talking how Konami would. I'm trying to be real here. It's true. Let's be honest. These guys are not there yet. I'm not gonna sit here and say they don't have their tour guides or their Zen mains or their Logias. They're starting to, but not fully there yet.
Well, think about it this way. These guys help bring out your Zen mains, your Logias, and your tour guides primarily. Secondarily, what people have overlooked so far is that these cards can also be used as a form of protection and controls. Take, for example, Entermate Fliptoad.
Mr. Froggy.
This monster has the ability to
Who's this?
target one face-up monster on the field and switch his current attack with his defense. Now you're thinking shield and sword, and that is exactly what this is.
Goblin attack force.
Even by itself, singularly on the field in the pendulum zone, this will screw up your opponent's attack points, as the pendulum effect can be activated on your turn, reduce your opponent's attack points probably by half, depending on what kind of monster that they have on the field.
Okay, but what about splashability? What decks are you going to be running this now? What sells this to people and says basically, you know what? This is awesome. I'm going to play this because, like, let's be honest here. When we look at Duelist Alliance, this is going to be the first real set to happen. You know what's in Duelist Alliance. Shaddolls, Satella Knights, Konami's God help me, I have to say this. Ying Zing Archetype, that's what they call them. Don't look at me. It's so stupid.
That's actually the Japanese
translation, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but we're still waiting on it. I think the American page had Worm.
Yes, Worm is actually a
Germanic
worm.
Yeah.
Worm
You
is
know
a
better
Germanic origin that actually means wyvern-like or dragon-like.
There you go. You got your explanation. He works for Konami.
Wyvern
I'm joking.
is a mythical creature that is regional to
Okay.
area.
We get the point on that. But what's gonna besides those big three that everyone's like, oh my god, these guys are just so good. We have the Ritual, Lightsworn, the Ritual Dragon Princess that's coming out. We have more artifacts that are being shoved down our throats. Yes, I said that. Come at me. I have to say it. I have to be honest. There's so much on the set that sells it that Konami could have just said, we don't feel like releasing Pendulums at this time. But they put these Pendulums in, and honestly, to me, and I think it's not just to me, I think some people agree with me here, is that it feels kind of forced. Like, oh, that's anime. We'll just throw it down there. But I think going back, touching upon decks that will actually be running it, one possibility would be X-Savers, because they do basically drop their whole hand, and you just top deck Soul Charge later and be like, a good player.
You're right. And other such decks, I believe, are what you mentioned before in another topic line, Fortune Ladies.
True.
Artifacts, clearly.
Because of the special summon clause, right?
Of course.
But take this in mind. to get their effects, don't they have to be special summoned on the opponent's turn?
That's only if you want to wait until your opponent's turn in order to pull off effects. You can also bring out artifacts on your current turn to exceed summon for powerful rank 5 monsters.
True.
And
but,
start wiping out your opponent.
okay, let's look at it this way, though. Let's break this whole thing
Alright,
down.
may I mention other decks that will also be able to benefit from pendulums? Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Yes, dinosaurs.
You're making the argument of dinosaurs.
Yes, I'm making dinosaur control, particularly, to say.
Okay, I have to be the guy that says this. The meta impact is non-existent. I got it out. I'm sorry. It's true.
All right.
And that should be... No, let's be honest. That should be Konami's first thing. Because if it's in the meta, everyone on Yu-Gi-Oh! And YouTube together, Yugi2, YouTube, is going to be talking about it. That's free publicity right there. Everyone's going to be talking about it. We don't have it yet. What are we saying about Pendulums? Well, they're cool and everything, but I can't make a deck that seems to work outside of ABX Lockdown or this new archetype that is a bunch of power tools that it just allows me to search and dig and do stuff that says no deep reason on me. And then you have the Intermates, which again, I get the power boosts and swaps. To me, it's not there yet. What the heck is that? That's an Intermate, really?
Yes.
I thought they were all animals. Go figure. I don't watch the anime, I'm sorry.
I do. You're welcome.
No, but impact-wise, I talked about this on last week's Coffee Time. Heroes, Scraps, Lightsworn, Shaddolls, Yingzing, Satella Knights. Ritual, Dragon Princess decks. These are pretty much going to be the decks that we know that will have some sort of, I'm still in the game, I'm doing tier 1, tier 2 stuff. Where do the Pendulums fit in? That's the biggest question right now.
Well, think about the current meta. Most of the cards and decks in the current meta game are anti-meta decks. Yes or no?
I want to say 50-50. Because Gear play a little on that.
Gear and Gear Gadget's another deck that can benefit
but Gear
from
Gadget's
Pendulums.
not meta though. Right now they're not.
Why not?
I have to say
right.
I
Why
have
not?
to say it though.
What if Pendulums can make them the meta once again?
I don't know, see, everyone says the meta again. It's the same kind of problem with Lightsworn. We've experienced it. We know how to counter it. And it's it's not going to be hard to counter it. And that's why, even with the Lightsworn deck, it's a great package. It's strong on its own, but everyone's going to be ready for it. And I think that's the only thing that's going to be carrying these guys on the market and on the meta scene is basically the surprise factor. Someone could just go in there and go, hey look, I broke Pendulums and I good player because I dropped my whole hand and then soul charge. That's a set. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone. Honestly, supply unit plus the Pendulums, I think that's going to be the greatest factor to it. Because it's almost like Call of the Haunted in a way, because they go on top of the extra deck and they constantly come back.
If you pull off the combo correctly, like I said,
It's not too hard.
They're best for a controlled deck. At the moment, combo decks will have superiority in one-turn kills.
Let me throw somebody.
However, controlled decks may take a longer time to win, but the satisfaction of winning against a powerful deck cannot be rivaled.
Let me throw this at you. Pendulums plus Dragon Rulers as the next incarnation to the Dragon Rulers. Because Konami seems to love them. And everyone gets mad at me when I bring up about Dragon Rulers being to 0 because, let's be honest, not only have they killed off half the Dragon support on their own, you cannot deny that, but they always keep coming back. I hate making the insect they're like insects, they always come back.
Speaking of which, our presentation.
Oh my lord.
Entermate.
No, alright. Here's what I want to say to you, Simon. Do you think that Dragon Rulers will be the deck, meta-wise, that says, I'm going to slap the crap out of these in the deck? Because they do work together nicely. We've been over this. Because you could just throw a few tuners together, right? Let's say Minerva, for example, right? Drop a Dragon Ruler in Minerva because it fits in the scales. Go into a Leo. Leo controls the board like you were saying how it controls the board. Bring out Odd Eyes Dragon, go into that big eye, do stupid shit. I hate saying stupid shit, but honestly. I'll have a deck profile on it if anyone's wondering and you want to see that because it's dumb. It really is. Don't look at me that way. It really is.
I think you're right, Rio, and I'm just smirking in the background primarily because I think you're right. I am going to be out of a job because you're making my point for me. Otherwise, I might be in a job.
I'm
because
joking around with that, man.
I
Joking
just
with that.
sold the idea of pendulums to you.
Okay, but see, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Interesting little thought. That's the power creep. Now, if you take the power away from the creep, pendulums drop off the face of the earth.
Well, actually, if you take the power away from a creep,
All
you
right, let's
would have
talk about that. That's not the point. What I'm trying to say is there's a power creep in this game. We're aware of that. Everyone doesn't want to admit it. You know, we're just going to up the ante with every freaking deck, and that's going to be that. The other thing that I think could, but I don't see the consistency there, is the pendulums making love children with the battering ram. Because I can't say it any other way.
That's another great
Yeah, but see, here's
Keep
the
them
con.
rolling
Here's
in,
the
Ryu.
con.
You will be making me more money by the end of the week than I can ever suspect.
I make everyone money on the stock market. They tell me all the time, and I'm glad I do. No, all freaking honesty, that's the one thing I see the flaw with these guys, is that they don't stand alone on their own. I may be wrong when I say that in the future, but right now, outside that one arch site, they don't stand on their own. Even that arch site goes, I put in, what the hell was it? I put in Monarchs or Majesty's Fiend, and I control the game. You really want to put Majesty's Fiends in because that kills the whole idea of it.
Majesty's Fiend, easily taken out by Entermate. Flip Toad. Come on, keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Did you really make that reference?
Yes.
Okay, banish skill prisoner out of the graveyard that we're talking about tomorrow on Tech Tuesday, and you don't have your Toad no more because your Toad targets.
Skill Prisoner target is an effect monster. Toad's effect is a pendulum effect, which counts as a spell effect.
You got me there. See, I didn't think of that. I thought you were talking about the monster effect because I can't see the screen. You can see the screen. No, in all honesty, I want you guys to take a minute.
Keep coming.
He's going to make that argument content. I want you guys to take a minute in the comments and write what you honestly think about pendulums and start creating a discussion pool on that. If at any time you guys like Simon, just use the hashtag Simon Says is badass. Like, I like having different council members show up for coffee time, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to film it. You know, Simon's learning that much. The 9 times of outtakes we had, which was about what good like 90 minutes, 2 hours, somewhere around there.
Give or take.
It was about the length of a movie you watch. That's irrelevant. Let's come to the conclusion on these guys. Where do we stand right now?
In my opinion, they are perfect for control. And if you don't think that control is still a key aspect of this game, then you are a blind man.
Okay, I'm going to make the argument that most people will make. The problem with control is it has to be fast enough to compete against everything that's out there right now. And everything that will be coming.
Effect Veiler.
Effect Veiler is not enough. Like, all right,
Skullmeister.
let's break it down real quick. The biggest issue with the control aspect is the Tellarknights have their own... you had to go there with the cat. So Tellarknights have their own basic, like, solemn judgment, right? Shaddolls have fusions, which are, like, just shaking the game up because...
So why not use your own solemn judgment? Use solemn warning.
Okay, you're not always going to have solemn warning, but that's a discussion for another time.
Bottomless trap hole. Trap hole. Trap tricks trap hole. Acid trap hole.
Let me just stop you right there. A countermeasure to said card is not a legitimate reason because you cannot get it 100%. It's not like you use the heart of the cards and you stack to the top of your deck.
In other words, you're trying to say build up a greater defense than your opponent's force.
What I'm trying to say is, like, control has that defense. They lack the speed. In my opinion, they lack the speed.
You want to talk about a great series of cards that will be able to powerfully...
You say enter me, I'm going to come over there and
that will be able to powerfully...
Come over there and strangle you.
Use these pendulum effects. Normal monsters, as in skill drain. Tell them why, Ryu.
Because skill drain's busted, and I experienced it with those, like, Quilla things that I cannot pronounce to save my life.
Oh, Ryu Yi of such
No,
limited
all right.
imagination.
But that's one archetype.
That's not an archetype. That is an entire type of card. Not only will normal monsters
But Konami
be...
classifies them as an archetype, so I have to say archetype.
I'm not
I'm just saying.
I'm not talking about Cliff-Off. I'm talking about normal monsters in general.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying you went on the skill drain thing, right? And how it works with that. And then it triggered my mind to remember that those Quilla things that we were just talking about a second ago, they benefit from skill drain, because let's be honest here. But at the same time, they lose out to Ragnar Zero, which is hilarious, just constant drawing.
And you can actually combo Ragnar Zero additionally with Enter Mate Chirmo.
You had to go there, didn't you? You had to go there.
The 7th one followed by Chirmo.
Okay. Okay.
There is a response for every technical move that your opponent has prepared for you. Light Sworns may be a bit trickier, but I'm confident that players, both meta and outside meta, will be able to find a way to use Pendulum monsters to their fullest.
I don't like cutting you off. You know I just thought of? Pendulums plus Plague Spreader, because you can constantly rotate. So maybe in zombies, maybe. There is hope, but the problem is, like, if you're a meta player, they're not there for you. If you're out to have fun, they are, because it's like, I'm just going to fuck around.
What determines the meta, Ryu? The people that top.
And I've said that for a while, and everyone disagrees with me, is that we, the player base, can control, basically, if you think about it, really freaking hard, and you just sit there and you have a discussion on it, that we can control, basically, what Konami goes, oh crap, we should have made that secret rare, oh crap, what are we doing? We're losing out on money because no one wants to buy boxes, no one using rare cards. But then again, everyone wants to win, so they're going to go out the best deck, obviously. Like, that's not my way.
Well, actually, that's an argument for Magic the Gathering, but that's neither here nor there.
No, it still comes into here, countless times. Mm-hmm. But I want to come to a conclusion on this. You think they're there for control decks. I think they're there for sync or spam decks that just wholeheartedly just want to go out there and have fun.
Why can't we both be right? My argument is not that they can't be used for multiple purposes. My argument is that they will have a positive impact on meta play.
Keyword. He said they will have a positive impact. I think they will have a negative impact. And it's not just I want to disagree with you because it's funny. I honestly, at some point, I see these things being so freaking deranged. Every trap card in the game is going to become useless, and you're going to be like forced to have a whole new trap staple lineup, and then everything's going to keep rising back up. And it's going to be annoying.
Well, I agree, absolutely, and that's because these pendulums will continue to evolve, just as Xyz monsters had throughout the game, just as the original Synchro monsters had throughout the game.
Original Synchro monsters had Stardust Pack 1. I rest my case. I'm just saying, when you look at the time, Stardust changed that freaking game state.
Black Rose Dragon.
That was set 2 for,
set 3.
Synchros. Okay, set 3 had Dark Strike Fighter. We dare not speak of that.
No, that was set 2.
No, that was set 3.
No, Crimson Crisis was set 2.
No, set 2 was Crossroads of Chaos.
Tomato.
Don't mind me saying set 2, guys. I'm just saying, like...
Set 2 Generation 4. 3.
4.
Generation 3.
Alright, I'm shutting up. Anyways, I don't feel like they're there yet. I want to hear from each and every one of you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council with...
Simon says bye!
And we hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you next one. And we're just gonna go like eat junk food and just edit videos.
I'm looking forward to an ice cream sandwich.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Thank you, Simon, for being here and proving the point that I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this world.
You never are, my friend.
And you heard it from him, not me. I'll see you next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Peace.